Hey everybody, in the last video, we purchased some of the new awesome wireless Beats, and it's delivery day. Before heading out for an incredible lunch meeting involving some of the best Indian food in Tampa, I realized that the shipping address is wrong. What happens next? Stay tuned and see. Getting a hold of support was really incredibly easy. You can call from the Apple Wallet. It's really a cool feature. Support says, don't worry about it. We'll get you updated, the address, and we'll get it delivered to your new address. Disaster's been diverted in just seconds. 30 minutes later, it's time for me to leave for my Friday Indian delight. I get just a minute or two from the apartment and bing, the phone pop-up. Your delivery has been completed. Yes! Talk about keeping me in the loop. Talk about fast action. I left a little early because I didn't want to be late. So I decided to turn around and to grab my package from my doorstep. I get back to my apartment and there's nothing there. What the heck, Apple? Wait, what? There's nothing there. I'm thinking, darn, they must not have been able to get the address updated in time. Well, guess what? My old apartment, it's on the way to lunch. So I decide I'm gonna stop by there. There's nothing at the doorstep there. I knock on the door, which I'd have done if it had been there anyway. And at the same time I'm knocking on the door, the office manager for the apartment complex is walking by. Excuse me, sir, can I help you? I tell her my ordeal and that my package may have been delivered to the wrong address. She informs me that no one is in this apartment as it's just finishing renovations. Also, she lets me know nothing has been delivered to the office. What? It's time to call Apple again. Call number 2. I call. We're reviewing everything, and not only did they have my old address still on file, they didn't even have my old address correct. It doesn't even have an apartment number, and it's an apartment complex where an apartment number is required. Like, there's no apartment number at all. They tell me they will start an investigation and not to worry. We'll get this to you, and if we have to, we'll ship you a new pair of Beats to you right away. They confirm my new address, again, what it should be, and I go on to lunch. Lunch was incredible. Again, if you're ever in Tampa, you want to know where to get some great Indian, I know a place, and I'd be glad to meet you for dinner or lunch and discuss payments. Now, after lunch, I check my email. There's an email about an investigation that has been started. Just minutes later, there's an email letting me know a replacement shipment is on its way. Yay! Way to go, Apple. I check, and the shipping address is still wrong. This is the 4th time they got it wrong. First, when I changed it during the sign-up process. Second, when I called for the first time. Third, when I called for the second time. And that day, I remember it could never seem to be like it could get correct. So I call in again. And as you may imagine, I'm hot, but it's not from the food. It's from the building frustration of this experience. By this point, I'm losing my faith in Apple. I feel like Siri is on an endless loop of rerouting me back to my old address that she can't get right to begin with. I ended up canceling the order. I only got the card to test it out, to report back to all of you my experience. It was, as I'm seeing the card to be, just for novelty. I decided I'm canceling the order. I'm going to cancel the card. Seriously, the rates are too high and the rewards are not worth it anyway. My deal is over. Wrong. See, that weekend, my son does his chores, and for some of his payment, he wants Pokemon coins. I make the purchase on the iPad. Immediately, my phone pops up with an alert. Your Apple Card has been used in the name of payments. I am wrong this time. I forgot to change the default. That one's on me. Let's fix this. Let's go change the default. But it's not that easy. The Apple Card that is the default has an option to make it the default, and it's already the default, but the previous card that was in my wallet is not and does not have an option to make it a default. None of the other cards are in there or allow me to be able to make it the default. What the heck, Apple? I look back at the Apple Card and they do happen to have this super convenient option to call for assistance. I call right away. I tell them I don't want the card to be used. I'm just waiting on a refund to process the card and I'm canceling the card. Can you help me? No, wait, what? No. I can't do that. I can't cancel the card because it's in pending status. There's nothing I can do. In the name of payments. I have to wait until everything processes through before anything can be done. They can't do anything about it until the refund is processed. They can't do anything about it until the payment I just made is out of a pending status. Oh, it was very disappointing. And if you remember from an early video in the series, I'm a big Apple fan. I have the Apple Orchard. I have my own orchard. I have my Apple Orchard of the 2 phones, one for work, one personal, 3 iPads, don't judge, one's my kids, one's an original, I just use more like it's a Kindle, and one's a newer iPad that I use for travel reasons. Well, I've been left feeling like I got a rotten Apple. Actually, at this point, I feel like I'm a prisoner to Apple. I can't change the default card. They can't cancel my card. It's like it's forcing me to use the Apple Card now that I signed up for it and won't let me go back to anything else. This is something I actually think Apple's going to probably get in trouble for in the future. I can't purchase anything from the App Store at this moment because I can't get it switched out, at least not easily. There's probably some way, and I'll have to use Google to be able to find out what that is, without the card being my default. It's really frustrating. So what ended up happening? Cue the shoe cam. That's right, I got the shoes. What did I do? I went and I used my local bank's card. The card that has a much lower interest rate and gives me similar, maybe not the same, rewards. A card that I know I could trust. A card where if I have problems, and I have because I travel a lot and use it a lot in the past, I know I can easily get them resolved. The card I should have used to begin with. To get the shoes, I should have got to begin with. I didn't get the Beats. Maybe one day. But I did get a learning experience. And that learning experience that I've gotten is, as I travel around the world, I run into more and more people that they want to be able to use just their phone to be able to make payments. We don't want to have to pull out our cards. I don't even want to have to carry them around. And Apple, you came close, but you don't got it right. It was an uncomfortable experience. The rates are too high. You're not giving me many options in the wallet to be able to change things easily. I didn't feel like it was that very user-friendly, and I'm a payments expert. So let's see what the industry leads to us to next time. As for me, my Apple experience with the Apple Card, it's over. Apple, I hope you guys leave payments alone and let the experts come up with some better options and stick with creating some really cool gadgets. The rest of you, if your experience has been anything different when it comes to using the Apple Card, well, in the name of payments, I would love to hear it. So please message me, share those with me, or you can email me, kevin@paymentsprofessor.com. Next week, we'll be returning back to the regularly scheduled Who is Wednesday platform. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful Who is Wednesday.